Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So we have a birthday tomorrow in the family, and it's one that loves chocolate. So I've decided to make a chocolate cake instead of purchasing one, which I haven't done in years, or making it from box. I decided to make it from scratch. So let's see how this goes. So I'm just double checking my recipe, making sure I have everything out that I need. So I've double checked the recipe. I've made sure I have all my ingredients out and ready to go. So I don't want to remake this. It is late. I'm tired. And I probably shouldn't be making this right now. But this is a quiet time and I just want to get it done and over with and ready. And so let's get ready to flour it up. So for this chocolate cake, the recipe I got from Ashley from Martin's Midlife Misadventures. She made this and I'm going to try and duplicate it. I think I made this maybe a couple of years ago. I'm not sure. I do recall possibly making this, but we'll see. Because a couple of things have changed, especially the mayo. As you saw from the previous video, we didn't have any mayo in the house, and I made mayo. So we're going to see if that works. This is the mayo, the 1 cup of that. I brewed some coffee. This is the kind we use. There's a cup. It's cooled. I have vanilla. I have my unsweetened cocoa. This is baking soda, my sugar, and my all-purpose flour. So I'm going to see how this goes together. So the first thing I'm going to do is sift my 2 cups of flour and my half a cup of cocoa together in my mixing bowl. Just get all those lumps out, especially on the cocoa. There's a whole lot of lumps in that. So in here I have my 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm adding in my 1 cup of sugar, and then I'm going to sift that in as well because I want to make sure it's no lumps whatsoever in this. So I'm going to sift those 2 ingredients in with my flour and my cocoa. As you can see, there were some lumps. Just going to get those out. Okay, so now that I have all that sifted together, I'm just going to disperse it and make sure it's all incorporated together. And then I'm going to add in my cup of mayonnaise. So I hope this works because this is the only mayonnaise I have. So in goes my mayonnaise. And if you'll notice, this recipe has no eggs in it, which is the plus with eggs being so high. I'm going to put in my coffee and my vanilla next. My vanilla. So in goes my coffee. And I'm going to get this mixed together. Okay, so I've got it all mixed together. Doesn't look as thin as hers did, but I'm just gonna let it go. And it's smooth. There's no lumps and bumps in it, so that's good. And I'm putting it into a bundt pan that I've greased and floured, and hopefully it won't stick. So my oven just came up to temp, and we're going to get it in the oven at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes, I think she did. I'll have to double check. 22 to 30 minutes. So depending on, my oven runs a little hot, so I'm going to err on the side of the 22 minutes. So I'm going to get it in the oven. Okay, so I actually put about 1/8 of a cup of water in here, and it's a lot looser. It looks more like her consistency when she went to put it in her pans. So I put about, like I said, about 1/8 of a cup of water, more than the cup of coffee that it called for. Okay, so it's in the button pan and it is ready for the oven. The oven just came up to temp and I'm gonna put it in. So here it is out of the oven. I'm gonna let it cool a few minutes before I turn it out. So I have this vanilla icing I need to use up. So I'm going to make it into chocolate. I have some of these chocolate melts I'm going to use up. And I also have cocoa powder if I need it. So, cross my fingers, I've never done this before. Pretty much, it should be okay. These are just chocolate flavored, pretty much, I'm sure, like coconut. Very interesting ingredients. Yeah, I had these for quite some time. Let's see. And they actually expire this month? No, August 13th. So they're still good. I probably bought these about 3 years ago. These things last forever. But I have a couple bags I still need to use up, so that's what I'm gonna do. So all I did was melt the chocolate wafers down, and then I'm just gonna add this vanilla icing to it and mix them together. So what multitudes of craziness can lie with underneath my improvised cake cover? Okay, so here's what it looks like out of the pan. It did stick, and as you can see, this is probably the worst bit right here, but I'm going to ice it so I can actually put that back together, and you'll probably never notice it was there. So this cake stuck so bad. As I showed you, it was stuck, and this is the worst part of it. But I'm going to show you what I did to get, literally where you see it stuck, that's what stuck in the pan when I first pulled it out. So I'm going to show you what I did. I found this trick on the internet. I can't remember what YouTube channel I found it on, but she boiled some water and put it on a cloth, a dishcloth, and put it in the sink and set the cake on top of it for half an hour or so, 20 minutes to a half an hour, and that's what I did. And I turned it back out, and it came out pretty much in one piece. I don't know if you can see that. Actually, this whole area up here, it's where it's stuck in the actual pan the first time around, but now it's together. I'm just gonna, once we cut into this, nobody's gonna know. And I did taste a little piece of this, and it's good. So that's the main part. It tastes good. So even if your bump pan sticks, try this trick with the hot water and the dishcloth and see if that works for you. I basically left it in there for 20 minutes. After I put the cake back in the bump pan, I put the whole cake with the bump pan, not just the part that's stuck, into the sink with the hot water, and then I turned it out a second time. So here it is. You can barely tell it was that crazy mess so here it is, all iced and ready for the birthday boy. And I am sure he's gonna enjoy his chocolate cake for his birthday tomorrow. So here is a slice of cake. You can barely tell it came out in two pieces. I can tell because there's like a little crack at the top, but the ice is holding everything together. Icing hides a multitude of imperfections. And this cake is delicious. The taste is so good, and I'm not really a chocolate person. I would rather vanilla. And it's moist, and this is the next day, actually. I made it the night before. It is so good, even the next day, sitting on my counter, and not completely covered, but not airtight covered, but covered. And it's still soft and fresh and moist the next day. This was so yummy. I would definitely make it again, so flour it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. God bless, and remember, stay safe and keep prepping.